So the lovely Ms. Cilla Black coming to Aylesbury. Well, you already been for the launch, wasn't that fab?
I came for the opening. I cut the ribbon, and that was very exciting because it's always a bit nerve-wracking. I've never ever actually opened a theatre before. I've closed a few, but I've never opened one before. But it was so exciting. That was the thing about it. That was the draw for me, because I thought when I did close the City of Culture, which is my hometown, Liverpool, that I'd never ever do a pantomime again.
Because you've done, how many have you done? Can I ask?
Oh, millions, millions. It was my first time playing the furry godmother, because before that, which was 22 years previous, I'd always played the principal boy, from Aladdin to Snow White, Dick Whittington, and then the furry godmother. But I had such a ball there, and it was so exciting because Aylesbury really is my local theatre. The Waterside is my local theatre. So how could I not open the Waterside and then put me money where my mouth is and play in a pantomime there, the very first pantomime?
Because I guess that's the one, not annoyance, but the hard thing about Panto, apart from the two shows and it's quite long and gruelling, it's the travelling home or staying in a hotel, but you've got the best of both, haven't you?
Well, exactly. I'm staying at home and I'll arrive at the theatre. And that's the great comfort, that's the great draw, is, I'm able to sleep in my own bed at night and go to the theatre. And yet it is hard work doing 2 shows a day, but the best time is actually on that stage. It's not all the rubbish that surrounds it, the travelling or the makeup, getting the slap on. It really is the performing on stage.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, because the fairy godmother can almost be quite, she does that, she comes on, she does that, big poof, do. I can't imagine you sticking to a script or not wanting a laugh.
Well, I've pre-warned our lovely Cinderella. I said, look, I might go round the houses because anything for a cheap laugh is me, but I will give you your cue into the next line. As a furry godmother, I have a lot of fun. But I mean, you will not, as a child, I don't leave anybody out. A child will not be wondering in the audience, what the heck is this furry godmother's saying here? It's a family show and it is a family audience. So even if I do a funny, the kids will understand the funny as well.
It's great to keep the plot and keep the story, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, we stick quite closely. It is, Cinderella, but it's not traditional in the way that the first half, you get the pumpkin on and the lovely horses. The kids will love the horses. It's quite spectacular. The furry godmother isn't usually seen again. Not in this pantomime. You're going to get your money's worth for the furry godmother. In fact, I was looking forward to it in Liverpool, to put my feet up and just coming down for who's best. But no, they got their pound of flesh. And you certainly get more than your pound of flesh at the Waterside.
I heard you, when you were on the stage walking into the red carpet, you were saying you're going to be flying.
For my own sins, and I'm terrified of heights. I am terrified of heights, but I've done it once before, and you see, I'm twitching at the thought of it. It is frightening, actually, because think of me, people, because I have to be up there 10 minutes before the show, and I'm swinging like a pendulum. So think of me when, all the dances and the overture comes on. There's the furry godmother swinging up there.
So they'll picture that now. I wish I could bring the camera in and wave to you.
But poor old me, but the effect is really stunning.
But at least, I guess you had a little bit of a tour backstage and everything of the Waterside. State of the art. If you're going to be dangled anywhere, I'd rather be dangled there.
Exactly. And it was great. It's great that a few shows are breaking it in for me. I hear the Rocky Horror Show's going there with Biggins, so I'll be there with that. And, of course, Linda Bellingham with the Calendar Girls. So I'll be there for that. Oh, yeah.
They haven't persuaded you to go in that yet?
Yeah. No, I don't want to frighten the horses.